What a breaking news! The world paused for a moment of glitz and royal romance as Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex made a breathtaking arrival at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party, a night that will forever be remembered as one where Hollywood met royalty under a canopy of laughter, lights, and timeless love. The night air in Los Angeles shimmered with excitement. The streets near the Jenner mansion were lined with photographers, fans, and flashing bulbs waiting for that one perfect moment. And there it came, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepping out hand in hand, exuding the kind of elegance that only they could bring. Harry looked strikingly handsome in a classic black tuxedo with a velvet jacket, the sheen of the fabric catching the soft light as cameras clicked from every angle. A simple white shirt and black bow tie framed his face, while a delicate red poppy pinned near his heart added a poignant royal touch. A symbol of remembrance, respect, and grace. Every inch of his presence whispered both dignity and warmth. Beside him, Meghan Sussex was a vision of sophisticated allure. Dressed in a sleek, high-neck black gown with a daring thigh-high slit, she moved with poise and confidence, her every step radiating the quiet power of a woman deeply at peace with herself. Her gown flowed like midnight silk, capturing the essence of modern royalty, minimalist, bold, and effortlessly elegant. Her accessories spoke volumes in their simplicity. Long gold statement earrings cascaded down with subtle sparkle, catching the flashes of the cameras as she turned her head to smile. In her hand, she carried a chic clutch, a rich, chocolate-toned velvet piece that shimmered with understated glamour. Her hair was swept back in a smooth bun, exposing her glowing skin and the kind of natural beauty that needs no crown to be seen as regal. And yet, the most striking accessory of all was not her jewelry or her clutch. It was her smile, a radiant, heartwarming smile that could light up even the darkest corners of Hollywood. As they walked toward the entrance, Harry gently held Meghan's hand, his protective gesture both strong and tender. It was a moment that spoke volumes, a love story told not through words, but through gestures, through the way they looked at each other, and through the unspoken bond that tied them together. Kris Jenner's grand milestone celebration had drawn the biggest names from entertainment and business, but when the Sussexes arrived, the atmosphere shifted. There was a ripple of awe, an electric pulse that filled the space. Guests whispered, photographers shouted, and yet the couple seemed completely unfazed. Two people grounded in each other's company, walking through the flashing storm as though they were alone in the world. Inside, the party was a feast of glamour. Chandeliers glowed, champagne flowed, and laughter echoed across the grand hall. The theme was timeless elegance, and no one embodied it more than Meghan Sussex herself. Her dress caught the light with every movement, perfectly tailored to her frame. It wasn't about extravagance. It was about confidence, grace, and an aura that cannot be bought. Observers noted how Harry's gaze often lingered on Meghan, soft and proud. They were not just attending another high-profile event. They were celebrating life, freedom, and partnership. Since stepping back from royal duties, the couple has embraced a world that allows them to live authentically, and nights like this reflect the joy of that choice. As Meghan leaned in to whisper something to Harry, her laughter spilled into the air, warm and contagious. Harry, with that familiar half-smile, nodded lovingly, his eyes reflecting a mixture of pride and contentment. Their chemistry was undeniable. Not the rehearsed kind of celebrity affection, but genuine connection. Every photograph taken that night captured 1,000 emotions. Meghan's glowing complexion under the soft party lights, the way her gown danced as she moved, Harry's steadfast presence beside her. Together they looked like the embodiment of strength and serenity. Guests at the event couldn't stop talking about how effortlessly natural they appeared, even in a room full of A-list stars. While others posed and performed, the Sussexes simply were. They didn't need to demand attention, it found them naturally. Witnesses said that when they entered the main hall, a subtle hush fell over the crowd, not out of formality, but pure admiration. Meghan's gown, with its perfect balance between elegance and allure, became the evening's fashion highlight. The slit revealed just enough to make a statement while maintaining the refined sophistication that defines her style. Harry, ever the gentleman, guided her through the crowd with ease. His hand never left hers, and every few steps he turned to make sure she was comfortable. It was this attentiveness, this quiet form of affection, that melted hearts throughout the night. Even in a sea of celebrities, Meghan and Harry stood out for their authenticity. They laughed, they greeted warmly, and they danced. Yes, danced. When the band began to play a soft jazz tune, Meghan rested her hand lightly on Harry's shoulder as he led her across the dance floor. It was brief, intimate, and beautiful. Phones rose in the air to capture it, but the moment itself felt sacred. Two souls moving as one in celebration of love and life. Kris Jenner herself reportedly greeted them with enthusiasm, calling Meghan the epitome of grace, and thanking them for attending such a meaningful night. Meghan responded with that ever-gracious smile, congratulating Kris and praising her for being an incredible woman of vision, strength, and family devotion. The energy in the room was pure admiration. Meghan's fashion choice was hailed as one of her best, timeless black elegance paired with subtle sensuality. The internet quickly erupted with praise, with social media flooded by comments like, "The Duchess steals the night again," and "Harry and Meghan redefine royal romance." Behind the flashbulbs and headlines, there was something deeper unfolding. The symbolism of a couple who have faced storms, criticism, and endless speculation, yet continue to rise above it all with grace. For many, seeing them together at such a glamorous Hollywood event wasn't just about celebrity style. It was about witnessing resilience and renewal. Meghan, once criticized for breaking royal traditions, now sets her own rules for what modern elegance looks like. Harry, once the rebellious prince, has become the devoted husband, standing proudly beside the woman he loves. Their attire reflected that very transformation. His velvet jacket, royal yet relaxed, her sleek gown, strong yet soft. Together, their look spoke of balance, partnership, and evolution. As the night unfolded, they mingled with guests, shared laughter with old friends, and enjoyed moments of quiet joy away from the limelight. Sources described them as absolutely radiant, completely in sync, and a couple glowing with happiness. Outside, fans waited long after their arrival, hoping for one more glimpse. And when the couple finally emerged later that night, hand in hand once again, the crowd erupted in cheers. Meghan's laughter rang out into the cool night air as Harry led her to their car, ever the gentleman, opening the door and ensuring she was comfortable before joining her. It wasn't just a departure, it was a royal exit, the kind of cinematic ending only they could deliver. For fashion critics, the evening became an instant talking point. Meghan's gown was hailed as a masterclass in modern black-tie dressing, perfectly balancing modesty with allure. Her minimalist makeup allowed her natural glow to shine, while her gold earrings framed her face with timeless beauty. Harry's tuxedo, tailored to perfection, complemented her look without overshadowing it, a perfect reflection of their dynamic as a couple. For romantics, it was another chapter in their ongoing love story, proof that despite the scrutiny, the controversies, and the distance from the royal palace, love remains their greatest power. Their smiles said everything. It was not the stiff formality of duty, but the genuine joy of two people who have chosen happiness on their own terms. And in that moment, under the warm glow of Kris Jenner's milestone celebration, Harry and Meghan reminded the world that true royalty lies not in titles, but in heart. By the time the event ended, social media had exploded with admiration. Fans across the globe shared photos with captions like "A fairy tale in Hollywood," "Love always wins," and "Meghan and Harry, style, strength, and soul." One guest was quoted saying, "You could feel their energy from across the room." It wasn't about being the most famous couple there. It was about their calm presence, their unity, and how much they clearly adore each other. And indeed, that was the magic. No pretense, no performance, just genuine connection wrapped in elegance and light. As the world woke up to the photographs the next morning, headlines poured in. Royal love meets Hollywood glamour. Prince Harry and Meghan dazzle at Kris Jenner's 70th. The Sussex glow returns, and it's brighter than ever. But beyond the glitter and the glamour, the real story was about grace. Grace under scrutiny. Grace in love. Grace in presence. That night, Meghan Sussex redefined red carpet simplicity into royal sophistication, proving yet again that she doesn't need opulence to shine. Her aura is enough. And Harry, walking beside her, reminded everyone why their story continues to captivate the world. Loyalty, respect, and enduring love. In the grand picture of Hollywood meets royalty, it was more than a party. It was a celebration of resilience and rebirth. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex didn't just attend Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party. They owned it, not with extravagance, but with elegance. Not with noise, but with grace. And as their car disappeared into the starlit California night, the echo of applause and admiration followed them. A symbol of how, even far from the royal palace, their light continues to shine just as bright. Because for Harry and Meghan, love is the legacy, and that night they wore it beautifully.
And that wraps our daily diaries updates. Harry and Meghan always keep the world talking. And if you enjoy this update, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and for more royalty served with honesty, just right here on Daily Diaries Friday. Till next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep shining. See you next time with more royal news and good vibe. Bye bye.